In the previous episode of Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack.
Hey Jack, you got a second?
Hey Eric. What's going on? Well, you're not going to believe this, but Eric, who runs our, actually much of our division of our company, just asked me if I wanted to come into the office. I've been thinking, though, ever since he called, and I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. I like a challenge. I like different things. It doesn't mean that I will stop making films. I will always do that. But you'll just get to see a different side of trucking that many of you have never seen before. Well, I'm sure I'll do this again, but I don't know when. But I hooked it up that morning and I left Central Florida, leaving that nice place behind, and made the trip up 75 to northern Georgia.
Our story continues.
Definitely cold. Winter has set in here in Georgia. Got up early, did a pre-trip on the truck, on the fake truck. Man, I'll tell you, it's more stressful driving this little thing than driving my semi-truck. That is the truth. Because you're just getting kicked around on the road. That I feel sorry for all you grandmas and grandpas all these years that I've seen on the side of the road, you know, trying to keep your campers on the road. I fully understand now what you go through. I think the best part of this trip is not having to go through the Atlanta bypass, in my opinion. I mean, to be able to go right through Atlanta is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So here we go, Atlanta. When you were a kid, do you remember the show Ricochet Rabbit, with the rabbit that was running around like a wild man and always excited, and he'd go bing, bing, bing? Well, this isn't that as an exciting thing to tell you about and comparing it to Ricochet Rabbit, but there was a guy named Mike Jones, and he was a trucker, and he looked really young. He looked like a kid. And he was a younger guy in his 20s, and his goal in life was to be a trucker. And he watched Adventures in Trucking for many years before he decided to come and be a trucker himself. Well, he got a hold of me and said, Jack, you know, hey, this is what I'm doing. I would like to meet you on the road sometime. Where can we meet up? And he would always be contacting me. How can we meet up? I would like to do what you do. So finally one day, everything aligned up fine, and we were able to meet up in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, and he did one of those little commercials for me. You were watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. He was so excited about it. And you've seen him. I've played that through the years many, many times. Well, I found out the other day that he passed away. I don't know why, and I don't know what he passed away of, but just for some reason I went to his Facebook page to look him up, and all of a sudden I see all these RIPs on his page, and he died in 2017, so a couple years ago. Made me feel real bad, so this is a shout out to you, Mike, wherever you are. Thanks for meeting up with me that day and recording one of those little cut-ins for me. I really appreciate it. And you will be missed. I know your mom and your girlfriend and all of them will miss you immensely. We do here on Adventures in Trucking. And go ahead.
Hi, I'm Gear Jammin' Mike, and you're watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. And now back to Tabletop Trucking.
Made it through Atlanta okay. Got some quick fuel. And we're continuing on here on our trip northbound on 75. I've already made up my mind to do this, and there's a lot more things that I have to pay attention to, like getting propane. Now I got to fill up a trailer, especially up here in northern Georgia where it's colder, much colder than in Florida. And so I imagine I'll be running down here to Flying J, filling up my tanks a lot. It's just one of the things extra that I'm going to have to do. Now that I've made this change, I'm excited. All right. I'm trying to decide what to wear. Let's see. I really hate making decisions. Let's see. Perfect. Well, I arrived here, right here at Traveloco, my first day. I'm excited. It's very similar to when I was here a month or two ago during Hurricane Michael. There's only one car here, Eric, and now I'm going in on my own to try to make a company that's already great even better. And so it's kind of interesting doing this. Let's go in and experience the first day here as a part of the trucker support team. Hello? I guess I have to find Eric. Let's look around. I guess the first thing I need to do is get a desk. Maybe get a computer. I think this is going to work out good. You know, it's just it's neat because we're such a small company. Obviously, here I am sitting in an empty office, seeing this company grow from almost nothing to what it could be in the future. I'm really excited about it. So I guess we'll head down and get some desks, try to put this office together, and make it a strong communication point and a support staff to all of our drivers out there. I'm glad you guys are along with me. Eric, the singing boss, and I are on our way up to Office Depot, see if we can find a deal on some desks. So let's see what they got here, and then we'll be back to the office to put them together.
True, and then I won't send it to him.
That's right. Well, we're in a Office Depot trying to find desks. And none of these furniture stores have desks. I mean, they have them, but they don't have them in stock. You got to order them. We want to get it set up now. So we have some desks in the office. So it's quite an adventure running around northern Georgia trying to find a desk. I'm happy with the progress we've made. It from an office that didn't have anything in it to now we have something in it, so we're really doing good. Just a few more loose ends and we'll be ready to go. Probably by the end of the day or tomorrow. All right, everything's still a mess. But I got the computer and we're putting it together. We need to get the cables, so that's what we're doing next, getting the cables to hook up the monitor. Nice motherboard. MSI, that's the kind of computers that I have.
Each morning I enjoy a big cup of coffee from Pilot Flying J with my buddy Hershey. We love watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack.
One thing I'm excited about coming in the office is being able to work with DAT Solutions and their software for us truckers called Trucker's Edge. It's a way to look for loads, finding the best load for us out here on the road, and not only for truckers, not only for brokers, but for dispatchers. It's the #1 software to try to find a load for their drivers, and we can help keep it #1 by just using it. That's what I do. I'm looking forward to every day logging in and seeing that all the different loads around the country and finding the loads that's best for your driver, and also for you brokers. Posting your loads here on DAT Solutions is the way to go. And remember, they're still offering 30 days free. If you click on the link below, tell them Indiana Jack sent you. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Well, the first day is always exciting, you know. You're excited about the things you don't know that are coming up. You're excited about a new adventure. I have been talking about adventures for a long time. Well, this is just as much an adventure as any of my adventures out there on Old Red were for all those years. You're going to get to see a different part of trucking, one that you don't normally see. You're going to get to see the inside of what goes on at a trucking company. And that's going to be right here on Adventures in Trucking. Hey, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. There's going to be a lot of things coming up that you're going to want to see, because we're dealing with 120 drivers now rather than just me out there on the road. So Thanks for riding along this time. Remember, trucking really is an adventure, and we will see you again next time right here on this show. I'm Indiana Jack. Thanks for watching. It's the #1 choice, and remember, they're still offering 30 days free if you click